So welcome to 2021. Coming to you live from the gym, Summer Park Fire. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. 110th floor Memorial Stair Climb for Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer off of Engine 33, housed with Ladder 9 and Great Jones Street, Bowery-U out of Manhattan. This climb is dedicated to his mother, Helen Pfeifer, sister Mary Ellen, and to retired Battalion Chief Joseph Pfeifer. Battalion Chief Joseph Pfeifer was one of the first battalion chiefs to respond at the strike of the North Tower. This climb is dedicated to your son and brother. The 110th floor as we go, with honor and respect, for Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer. So, we're just about to kick that first little vertical out and give our brother's story. So, Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer was 42 years old from what I read. He actually started on the EMS side. He was a paramedic out of New York Hospital. And then he switched to FDNY, where he was a lieutenant at Bowery-U on Engine 33. So, although he never married, our brother Kevin, according to his family, was very attuned to his nieces and nephews, taking them sailing on his Hobie catamaran on both Sandy Hook and Jamaica Bay. He had a pilot's license for Cessna, where he logged over 400 hours, and it even said he loved driving so much that he somehow sneaked onto the airstrip and took a drive. I believe it was JFK Airport there in New York. Said he had a group of guys that would eat, I believe it was Beefsteak Charlie's, and then they would hang out together. Said he had a big shindig at an abandoned missile silo there in Brooklyn. So, with honor and respect, Lieutenant Pfeifer, Kevin Pfeifer out of Bowery University, Manhattan's Bowery-U, into 33, Ladder 9, is taking his trip up. One thing that was said was our brother was a very quiet person. He didn't seek attention at all. He actually took philosophy courses at Marist College. And he was just a very quiet person. It said that he wanted to be like his brother Joseph, one of the first battalion chiefs to respond. It said that Joseph had been very athletic and had pictures and things all over the family wall. But Kevin just wanted to stay quiet. On the leadership front, it said Kevin, Lieutenant Pfeifer, did not yell, he didn't scream. It said he was able to bring things out that his rookies didn't even know they had capable. For our brother, Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer, we climb to tell their stories, to finish their footsteps. We carry them to the 110th floor. And I can't think of a better thing to do the first day of 2021 than carry Lieutenant Pfeifer to the 110. This is a 343 commitment and still counting. 110th floor memorial climb for Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer, Engine 33, housed there with letter 9, Great Jones Street, Bowery-U, out of Manhattan. So, if anyone has seen the French Naudet brothers 9/11 documentary, you would have actually seen an exchange between Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer and Battalion Chief Joseph Pfeifer at the North Tower command post that Joseph Pfeifer, Battalion Chief, had set up. In the actual documentary, you see him exchange words real quick, and then Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer and his crew of Engine 33 heads up in the North Tower to go to work. Carrying him to finish those footsteps from where they were around, estimated to be on the 40th floor, as the last time they were seen by Engine Company 7. Right now, with honor and respect, Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer is going to the top. This climb is dedicated to his mother, Helen Pfeifer, sister Mary Ellen, and his brother, retired FDNY Battalion Chief Joseph Pfeifer. Your brother Kevin will never be forgotten. Right now, this 110 floors, with honor and respect, is to share his story. One thing I found interesting, his mother Helen said that Lieutenant Pfeifer never really liked to take photographs or have any nice pictures of himself because he tried to stay out of the spotlight. On September 8th, a retired firefighter from Montreal named Gene Nickel was at Bowery-U, Engine 33, doing a fashion photo shoot of the crew there. And his mom Helen said the last photo that they had of Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer was taken on September 8th. And I actually saw it. It's him standing in front with Engine 33 behind him when I looked up the photo. So the only time he had taken that photo was 3 days prior to the 9/11 response. Carrying him to the 110, finishing his footsteps from about the 40th floor, going to the top. Dedicated to his family, his mother Helen, sister Mary Ellen, and retired Battalion Chief Joseph Pfeifer, one of the first battalion chiefs at the base of the North Tower after it got struck by the first plane. Pushing him up all the way to the top. This is in honor of the sacrifices made both on and after 9/11, 2001. On the back of the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil was the greatest rescue effort in U.S. history. Carrying him to the 110th floor. This is why we climb. Going up. We've now reached the 40th floor. The floor that Agent 33's Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer was reportedly last seen on prior to trying to make it down. It said that he had gotten Engine 7 to try to make a way out, and Engine 7 had gotten out 30 seconds before the collapse. Engine 33's crew, to include Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer, was caught. With honor and respect, he's going to the very top. For his service as a paramedic to New York Hospital, to service in the FDNY. Lieutenant on Engine 33, housed there with Ladder 9, Great Jones Street in Manhattan, Bowery-U. Carrying him the 263rd brother to go vertical. Down to 80 brothers left to carry on completion of this 110 floors. As I said and mentioned before, the Naudet brothers, the Frenchmen that made the documentary 9/11. For those who have seen it, you actually see Battalion Chief, retired FDNY Joseph Pfeifer, and Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer have a quick meeting together at the command post prior to Engine 33 heading up into the North Tower. Right now, this is finishing Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer's footsteps. Going to that 110th floor, symbolically climbing it with me right now. Taking our brother to the very top. On this New Year's Day, the first day of 2021. 12 months to make a difference. 365 days to write yourself a new story. This is why we climb. Coming to you live from the gym in Sutherland Park Fire Department, Sutherland Park, New Mexico. For Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer. Engine 33. Housed there with Ladder 9, Great Jones Street, Bowery-U. This is his 110th floor memorial climb, giving an honor and respect of those sacrifices that were made so that others could live. Our brother was very soft-spoken, as I said before, and he tried to stay out of the spotlight as much as possible. He studied at Marist College, where he was taking classes on philosophy. From what I saw, he was 42 years old on 9/11. A leader who would not shout nor scream at his personnel. It was said that he would be able to bring things out of his personnel that they didn't even know that they had. Capable by his leadership style and quality. This is his climb to finish his footsteps, carrying him up symbolically to the very top of the tower, to the 110th floor. For Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer. Who, thanks to Jean Nickel, a retired Montreal firefighter, photographer, had a picture on the front of Engine 33 on September 8th, which his family was able to have a picture since he wasn't in that many pictures, according to what his family said. So, Happy New Year to 2021. Another climb going to the books. Right now, this is for Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer, FDNY, dedicated to his mother Helen Pfeifer, sister Mary Ellen, and retired Battalion Chief Joseph Pfeifer, one of the first battalion chiefs that responded to 9/11. In the French Naudet Brothers film documentary 9/11, Battalion Chief Joseph Pfeifer was setting up command at the North Tower, where he made contact with Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer off of Engine 33, housed there with Ladder 9 in the Bowery-U, prior to going up to approximately the 40th floor was the last place Engine 33 was seen, with Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer, retired Battalion Chief FDNY, Joseph Pfeifer's brother. That short amount of time that the brothers had at the base of the North Tower was unfortunately the last time they would be able to see each other. For our brother who sailed Sandy Hook and Jamaica Bay with his nieces and nephews on his Hobie catamaran for fun, to the flight simulators that he had them work with, to his over 400 hours of piloting experience of his Cessna, to his time just enjoying life. A very soft-spoken brother. Tried to stay out of the limelight, didn't want to be looked at for accolades. This 110, with honor and respect, his given for the sacrifices made on and after 9/11. Those during the rescue effort in the Ansel County with the recovery effort. Those who worked the pile at Ground Zero for days, weeks, and months until operations were halted. This is why we climb this 110 for our brother, for his family, Mother Helen, Sister Mary Ellen, and his brother, retired Battalion Chief Joseph Pfeifer, to know that his story and legacy will never be forgotten. Our brother, from what I read, was 42 years old. Started in EMS, paramedic with New York Hospital, before going over to the FDNY. His last assignment was lieutenant at age 33, taking him all the way. Great Jones Street, Bowery-U, out of Manhattan. 33 engine and ladder 9 share quarters together. But right now, we're getting a little bit closer to our brother sitting at that 110. Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer. We've got one last vertical after this slow down climb period. And then it's the final stairs. My brother, right there, deserves all the honor and respect that this climb brings along with it. Personally, it's not about me, it's all them. I'm just carrying him, putting in the work, getting him to the 110th floor. We will never forget the sacrifices made so that others could live. Upwards of 25,000 were saved because of the heroism, bravery, and valor that was shown that day. And those days that followed with the recovery efforts at Ground Zero, the Ansel County. Those who have passed due to 9/11 illnesses from working the pile for days and weeks and months until the recovery effort was closed. This climb is dedicated to Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer's mother, Helen, Sister Mary Ellen, and his brother, retired FDNY Battalion Chief Joseph Pfeifer. I believe he was with Battalion 1, one of the first battalion chiefs to respond on 9/11. With honor and respect, dedicated to the FDNY, off and on the line, Bowery-U, Great Jones Street. Engine 33, ladder 9. And frankly, to our country. So we never forget the sacrifices that were made. Both during the rescue effort and recovery efforts afterwards. We're up to 25,000. We're saved. On the back of the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil in U.S. history. All right, so now the last vertical has been reached. We're now at the 101st floor. Of 110. Barely can see anything out of this mask at this moment. Last and final floors for Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer. Initially a paramedic with New York Hospital, to becoming a lieutenant in the FDNY. Last assignment, Great Jones Street, Bowery-U, Manhattan. Engine 33, ladder 9. This is your climb. On this, the first day of 2021. Taking our brother with honor and respect all the way to the very top of the tower. And we are just about to reach it. For our brother who led the sail, was a private pilot, was known to be very quiet and reserved, studied philosophy at Marist College. He will never be forgotten. This is why we climb, to tell their stories, to keep their names alive. There we have it. 110. Brother, Lieutenant Kevin Pfeifer, in honor of Battalion Chief, retired FDNY, Joseph Pfeifer. Rest in peace, Kevin. We got it from here. Happy New Year, everyone.